Alright guys, this one is number 31, called The Road. Now we're getting back to the boys, I think. Austin sat in the back seat of the Camaro, pressed up against the side, reading a book. I could tell he was still mad that I hadn't told him about Wade. For the most part, Wade kept his distance, listening to his iPod and playing his DS. A couple hours into the drive, Wade asked, "What are you reading?" "A book," Austin said. "Ever seen one?" "Ever seen a fist?" "Knock it off," Jack said. "Porky," Wade said. "Oink oink." "Stop it," Austin said. "Never seen a hog read before. Are you going to eat the book when you're done?" "Shut up." "Oink oink." Hey Wade," Jack said. "Ever wonder what 1,000 volts would feel like on your tongue?" His grin disappeared. "No." "Then keep your mouth shut." Wade sat back and put his earbuds back in. I looked in the rearview mirror. Austin looked pretty miserable. I felt bad for him. For his sake, I wished he hadn't come. I turned to Jack. "Thanks." "Sorry about that." A few minutes later, Jack asked, "You an only child?" "Yeah. How about you?" "I've got 2 brothers and a sister." "Are you the oldest?" "No, I'm the youngest. I'm the only one still at home. One of my brothers is in Iraq. He's a Marine." He said this with obvious pride. "That's cool." "Yeah, he's really cool. He even got a medal for bravery. How about your other brother?" His smile fell. "He's in prison." I wasn't sure how to respond. I didn't know anyone in prison. I just wanted to ask what he'd done, but it didn't feel right. I didn't have to. "He got really messed up on drugs. He and a guy were stealing snowmobiles and get money for drugs when the owner came out. The guy with him had a gun and he shot the man. My brother didn't even know that he had a gun, but the way the laws are, he's also guilty. So he'll be in prison for a long time." "Do you see him very much?" "Nah, he's in Colorado. I only see him once a year." His voice lifted. "My sister's doing really well, though. She married a guy who owns a chain of tanning salons. They have a really nice home and 2 little kids." Do you see much of her?" "Nah, she doesn't have much to do with the family. She got married young and to get away. That's because my folks used to fight a lot before my mother left." Now I understood why Jack locked kids in lockers. I'd probably be doing the same if I had come from a home like this. "What about you? What happened to your dad?" "He had a heart attack." Was he old?" "No. My mom said he had a bad ticker." "That's too bad." I looked back. Wade's eyes were closed and he was still wearing his earbuds. I wasn't sure if he was sleeping or just listening to music, but I figured that either way he couldn't hear me. "What's Wade's story?" "Not good. His parents were alcoholics. His old man used to beat the tar out of him until the state took him away. He lived with foster parents until they put him with his grandma. But she don't really want him. She's not shy about telling him either. You think an old lady would be nicer, but that prune could strip the bark from trees with her tongue. So he just hangs with me most of the time. I'm kind of like his only family." "He's lucky to have you," I said. Jack looked at me with a particular expression. "Thanks, dude." Then he looked back to the road. I swear his eyes were moistening. I turned away so I wouldn't embarrass him. It took us 4 hours to reach Winnemucca, Nevada. We stopped at a gas station to fill the Camaro's radiator with water. Then we ate dinner at Chihuahua's Fiesta restaurant. I got a burrito. Jack and Wade got 2, and Austin got the taco platter. We ate quickly, then got back on the road. "So, how do you do it?" Jack asked me. "Do what?" Shock people. I shrugged. I don't know. It's like asking how you sneeze. It just happens. But you can control it? Yeah, usually. Why didn't you shock us when we shoved you in the locker the first time? Because I'm not supposed to use my power. My mother didn't want anyone to find out. She was afraid something might happen. Like what? Like what did? That's why they took her. I didn't tell anyone, Jack said. I know, it wasn't you. So you know who took her? Some corporation. This is like a James Bond movie, Jack said. What are you going to do when you get there? I'm going to find my mother. Hate to say it, but even if she's there, it's not like they're gonna just let you in. If they kidnapped her, she's going to be guarded. I know, I'm making this up as I go. I get it, Jack said. He took a drink from his Red Bull and looked back at his watch. We've got another 10 hours. If we drive through the night, we'll be there in the morning. Then let's drive through the night. I need to pick up some more Red Bulls. He reached in back and thumped Wade in the head, waking him. He pulled his earbuds out. What? Get some sleep. You're driving from Bishop to Pasadena. There we go.